So just to let you know, this session is being recorded and we will go ahead with the recording now, and this will get uploaded to YouTube as well. So anybody who misses this particular event can go to our organization's YouTube channel and then can see the session, right? So that's about the agenda for today. Okay, so let's understand first of all, what is AI, what is ML, and what is deep learning. So in an overview, welcome to this comprehensive overview of artificial intelligence, machine learning, and deep learning. These are the three different terminologies which are being used broadly, and you must have already been aware about these three terminology. You must have encompasses with that, and we will try to elaborate the learning on these three terminologies, which is very prominent these days, and it is a buzzword these days. So we will explore the definition, we'll explore the differences among all three. We will understand the applications of all three. We will look for the limitations and workflow processes and other things, which will give you a solid understanding on this transformation technology. So the transformation is happening world around because of this AI. And this is one of the uh, best or one of the largest technology advancement which has been done in recent years, in many years. Or for we can, if we can say that this is the first time in the history, there'll be no wrong onto it. So we are having the best of technological advancement because of this AI. So let's understand, first of all, that what is artificial intelligence. So artificial intelligence enables the machines to simulate the human intelligence process. So what is simulation? Basically, how human is actually responding. We want the system to respond in the similar way. So it solves the problem which typically requires human cognitive ability. How much we have achieved, how much we have to achieve, we will definitely discuss about all these things. But when it comes to the AI system, it analyzes their environment and take the action to achieve specific goals with some degree of automation. So there are two things. One is narrow AI and one is general AI. I don't know how many of you have heard about this narrow AI and general AI. So narrow AI is task specific intelligence, which is designed to handle singular or the limited tasks. Narrow AI refers to the AI system that are designed and trained to perform specific tasks or a narrow range of tasks actually. So it specializes in one of the area like language translation or image recognition or playing chess. You must have heard about playing chess by the AI. Cannot perform. So this narrow AI cannot perform any of the tasks outside its programmed capabilities. So whatever we have programmed, narrow AI will only be able to respond to that particular thing. For example, in our day-to-day life, we use so many of devices these days, which follows with the narrow AI, like Siri, Alexa, Google Maps, facial recognition, right? Netflix recommendation, chatbots, and all of us are using Chat GPT as well, right? So these days, Netflix has actually implemented AI. Now Netflix gives you the recommendation of the movies which you should watch. So that is what about the narrow AI. When it comes to the general AI, so it is a theoretical system which is referring to a type of AI that can understand, learn, and apply the knowledge across a wide range of tasks, just like a human. So the characteristics of the general AI is it has the ability to learn, and it has the availability of reasoning. So it can reason, it can solve unfamiliar problems, which a human does in any situation, learns new tasks on its own. Nowadays, whatever AI we are using, we are actually giving them the training. We train them. So based on the training, they respond. But in general AI, when we talk about general AI, we are helping this AI will help you to understand and learn on its own. It can transfer the knowledge from one domain to another. But practically, general AI has not yet been achieved in the real form. So it is not being achieved yet. Theoretical concept is still under the research. So though so many of scientists are still working on developing the general AI. If the general AI is in place, it will have the capability of understanding context like a human. It can make decisions in unpredictable situations. It can learn from the minimal data, right? Now, if we would like to see the comparison between the narrow AI and general AI, narrow AI will only be able to do single or limited tasks, whereas the general AI can do any intellectual task which a human can do. Narrow AI is low in flexibility because it is command and it is programmed. So the command is being given to that particular one and it is programmed. Whereas the flexibility to the general AI would be very, very high. Learning capabilities will be very broad in case of general AI, but learning capability of narrow AI will be very limited based on whatever input we have given. If we would like to understand the intelligence type of the narrow AI and general AI, narrow AI is a simulated process of whatever we have given to the system. Whereas the general AI is a human-like intelligence which can actually help the work to be done with the cognitive ability like a human. So in the as of now, till year 2025, no AI system has reached to the level of intelligence or adaptability and autonomy that truly matches the human cognitive ability across all domains. I don't know how much time will it take, but people are still trying. Now, the general AI should be able to understand everything, right, by itself. When it comes to the understanding of general AI and narrow AI, most of the thing which we are using these days, like ChatGPT, Llama, Gemini, or any AI engine which you are using for your organization, all are the part of narrow AI. But we are trying to fine tune that narrow AI going forward so that we can have much more advanced technology which can work as a human, right? So that's the target actually. Now let's understand the definition, first of all, of artificial intelligence, machine learning, and deep learning. So it is at the core, the fields of all three are often visualized as concentric circle, with each being subset of the last. Artificial intelligence, the broad field of intelligent machine performing the tasks. So that is called artificial intelligence. Whereas machine learning, when it comes to machine learning, the algorithm that learns patterns from data autonomously. Whereas deep learning uses multi-layered neural network to model complex data. So if we would like to understand that, this is just a definition, we would like to understand from the picture. If you see here, the deep learning is deep inside and it is layered in the concentric circle, right? When it comes to machine learning, when it comes to the comparison between all three, the artificial intelligence, the broadest concept encompassing any technology, enabling the machine to mimic like a human intelligence. It includes the rule-based system and symbolic AI, focuses on creating intelligent behavior. Whereas when it comes to machine learning, it is a subset of AI which is focused on algorithm that learns from data, requires less data than deep learning, more human intervention in future selection. And what is deep learning? Deep learning specializes subsets of machine learning using multi-layered neural networks. Now, what is neural networks? We'll talk about. That requires massive data sets, features, automatic features abstractions, higher accuracy, but longer training time. So that's about this. Now let's understand what is machine learning. So machine learning focuses on the algorithm, which is there. That enables the system to learn from the data without explicit programming. The types of machine learning are supervised, unsupervised, and reinforcement learning. So there are three types of learning happens in machine learning. One is supervised, one is unsupervised, reinforcement learning, right? So that's about machine learning. What are the methods we use in machine learning? We use statistical method to identify the pattern in structured data, right? Then features engineering requires human intervention to extract relevant features. Examples are like spam filtering, customer churn prediction models, and so on. So there are various things which are there in the machine learning, which is a part of it. Right? Let's move ahead. Now, what is deep learning? So we see deep learning, the fundamentals of deep learning is it employs the complex neural networks to process information in a way that mimics the human brain's learning pattern. So that's about the deep learning. Now, what is neural network? So based on the artificial neural network with multiple hidden layers, there are 3+ layers, which is input, hidden, and output. So these are the three different layers which is being used in neural network. And that neural network helps to process the large amount of data and large amount of information in deep learning fundamentals. Right? So deep learning specializes the subset of ML, and the network types which is being used in deep learning are CNNs, that is RNN, and LSTM. So there are four types of networks which you usually do. One is GAN. When it comes to the data handling, it specializes in processing the unstructured data such as anything, any structure, unstructured data like images, speech, or text, anything can be there. When it comes to the computational power, it requires extensive data sets for the powerful graphics and processing units. Let's understand from the differences, key differences among AI, ML, and machine learning. So AI covers the reasoning, learning, and self-correction capabilities. AI actually mimics the human cognitive behavior and functions across various domains, whereas machine learning requires less amount of data in a very simpler model. more human input for feature engineering. When it comes to deep learning, it needs vast amount of data and powerful GPUs to process it. Minimal human features engineering due to automated learning, and it excels to at complex unstructured data tasks. What are the use cases? Let's understand what are the use cases of AI, ML, and deep learning. So there are few of the use cases like if we talk about AI, we have seen that all kind of virtual assistants like Amazon Alexa, which processes the natural language commands, which you give it to the music system, and that takes the command and runs the music and plays the song. So it answers the questions as well. If you ask Alexa any of the question, it will answer the question and it will perform the task accordingly. The other use case of AI would be like autonomous vehicle, which uses AI system to navigate. That is the complex environment and make driving decisions. So you must have heard about Tesla. You must have heard about this automated engine of metro these days, which is being driven by AI, and there is no involvement of human intervention. Human is there, but they are just sitting idle to check whether because this is running on a pilot these days. So the AI system is taking the decision to navigate. Either it is the metro engine or it is the car which is being self-driven cars, which is AI-driven cars basically. So AI-driven cars are actually navigating through the navigation system, and there are so much of devices being installed into that particular car, which actually takes the input from the outside from the roads and from the signals and everything, and it runs accordingly. When it comes to machine learning helps on fraud detection. So any kind of fraud detection, like any kind of suspicious activities which is being done, it flags off that this is the fraud which is happening. I'll just give you an example. Like one of the person was traveling to one country, and they have swapped their credit card, and then he went to the next shop, and swept to the credit card once again, but into the next shop, the credit card was being declined and blocked. When he called his bank and he asked that why my card is not working, the bank had said, sir, you have made a shopping at so and so place at so and so date and so time, and after half an hour, your card was getting used almost 1500 kilometers away into some shop. And what happened? The shop he has shopped previously, somehow the data was being leaked and the card was being cloned and was being used into any other location. So the system, the machine learning, had checked the geographical distance between the two shops where the other person who has cloned the card was trying to use that particular card, and the bank has identified with the help of these AI tools that this is a fraud transaction, and they have blocked the card, and they have they have declined the transaction and they have blocked the card. So that kind of things can be done with the help of machine learning, and fraud detection can be prevented. Fraud detection can be done, and the suspicious activities can be prevented. It recommends the engine in e-commerce platform and suggests the product based on browsing history. So if you go to any of the e-commerce platform, and you have some buying behavior, so whatever is your buying behavior, the machine learning captures that particular data and then recommends your buying behavior. When it comes to the use case of the deep learning, the deep learning is being widely used in medical sciences these days. So advanced image recognition system that identify the objects in photos with near human accuracy, right? And the medical diagnosis tools such like X-rays, MRIs and other medical imaging system, which is being used exceptionally well with the help of deep learning. So these are the three different use cases of AI, ML, and deep learning. So what are the limitations of AI and ML? The limitation of AI ML is data dependency. So models are only being trained actually. So if you have insufficient or poor quality of data, it will have an unreliable result. So the best part is whenever you are actually asking anything to the AI tool, do you know that you are not asking them, you are training them actually. So you are asking the AI of any of the question, the AI takes that particular question and answers you, right? I will come on to which is the model of AI being used to answer your queries. So when the AI is answering you, you are getting the answer, but on the other hand, actually you are training to the AI. So AI is getting trained based on your input, based on your prompt, based on your questions. So whatever you are asking, that we call it as a prompt. So whatever you are asking, you are actually training the AI. It is very similar to the GPS system like Google Maps. So Google Maps gives you the data, how Google Maps is providing you that whether the traffic is jam or traffic is green based on the input the Google Map is taking from you only. So if I'm traveling from one location to another, right, from city A to city B, if no one is using Google Map, Google Map will not be able to give you the input that whether the traffic is normal or traffic is having some problem. They only give the input from all those travelers who are traveling onto that area and tells you that there is a green way or an amber way or a red way where you take this much of time. So that time estimate and everything is being given by the input which you have given to the GPS system, right? So the other limitations of the AI and ML is like bias and fairness issues. So system trained on bias historical data, which perpetuate and amplify those biasness in their predictions and recommendations. So there could be some biasness onto the data. Explainability challenges would be there. Like a lot of black boxes are there in case of the AI ML. We will come on to the hallucination and other things of AI. We will understand that as well. So it is making their decision making more process difficult to interpret. Sometimes the message which has been given by these AI ML tools or the system or the technology is something sometimes very difficult to interpret. Then resource intensivity. As far as resource intensivity is concerned, let me tell you that AI tools are the tools which requires very high compute power. So whenever you are actually doing any kind of AI technology usage, you require very high computational system. You require a specialized hardware, and then the energy, substantial energy consumption of AI becomes very, very high. So these days, many of the data centers are actually developing their sections in such a way that the AI servers can be kept separately because that requires a lot of energy consumption and a lot of heat generation happens because of the AI tool onto those server rooms. So the data centers are actually working a lot to maintain the temperature of those AI tools actually. So it is very, very resource intensive, right? It requires a lot of sophisticated resources to run in AI. Now comes agentic AI. This and generative AI. These are the two most recent developments happened in AI. And these days, everybody wanted to learn this agentic AI and generative AI. And we are here to make you understand that what is agentic AI and what is generative AI. So when it comes to the artificial intelligence, and that too is the generative artificial intelligence. Generative AI basically helps you to generate the data. Now, what kind of data we will let you know. So this presentation will explore you two pivotal types: AI, generative AI, and agentic AI, which highlights the growing importance for business innovations and competitive advantage. So agentic AI and generative AI are the two innovations which has been completely innovative and revolutionizing activities being done by the AI developers. So when it comes to the generative AI is a powerful new frontier in artificial intelligence that creates the original content from learned pattern. So whatever pattern the AI has learned, generative AI will create the original content. So every time if you give something or the other input to the AI, the generative AI will create something new all the time. And it transforms how we produce the text, how do we produce the image, how do we produce the videos, audios, and many more. So the AI is not only helping you in generating text, AI is helping you in generating the images and videos. Even these days, you might have heard that there are many music players, they and the producers are using AI musics into their music videos. So they are taking the help from AI to generate the music and uses them into their music videos. AI, generative AI even helps you in coding. So it helps you in to generate the codes. So it is powered by the sophisticated neural networks and massive data sets. The generative AI had seen explosive growth after 2020. So a generative AI came in year 2020, but it had seen the explosive growth. And most of the organizations are using this generative AI these days. With key players of generative AI are like OpenAI, Google, Microsoft, Meta, Anthropic leading innovations. So these are the few generative AI players which are actually working a lot on generative AI. So generative AI helps you in content creation. It requires vast data sets. It uses the deep learning models. We will learn what is the deep learning models, what are the different models are there, like GANs and Y and other things. So we will explain all those models and all. And it includes the key examples like OpenAI, ChatGPT, that is GPT-4 and text, and DAL-E for images. So these are the few of the AI tools which are there. So generative AI is specialized subfield of artificial intelligence, you can say, focuses on creating the original content by identifying and learning patterns from the vast data sets. Unlike traditional AI, which was there earlier, that classifies or predict the existing data, generative model produces the entirely new output that never existed before. For example, what is the difference in a traditional AI? Traditional AI generates the reports, generates the data, the inferences based on the data input which you have given. Whereas generative AI has large amount of data set based on which they create something new, right? That is why it is called as generative AI. In short, many people call it Gen AI. So Gen AI is nothing but the generative AI. So these systems typically accepts the natural language prompts, like you can write in your own language as an input. Like if you want to generate an image of a rain with a road and with heavy traffic. So if you see that, please generate an image which contains a road with heavy traffic and rain. So generative AI will have a lot of data sets with them based on which they will pull the informations and will generate something new. And that new image can be generated, right? So we can generate anything like text, image, video, 3D models with increasingly human-like quality and creativity, right? So that's about the generative AI. So how Gen AI works, and we will talk about the use cases and other things as well. So at its core, the generative AI relies on neural networks that learns from the underlying patterns, structures, and relationships within massive data sets. These models are trained to predict the next most likely element in a sequence, whether they are words, pixels, or audio samples, anything, right? Most generative systems employ supervised and semi-supervised learning approaches. So there are three learning approaches which are there. We have learned that. So most generative systems allows you to have unsupervised or semi-supervised learning approach, allowing them to discover pattern without explicit labels. And foundation most models like ChatGPT 3 or Stable Diffusion serve as versatile based on the adaptability from multiple downstream tasks. So whatever multiple downstream task you have, it will work into that particular way. So business use cases are like personalized marketing content you can generate. You can like these days, most of the companies are actually generating their marketing content. They are generating their creatives, right? They give their input that, hey guys, I want to do some event, and I want to generate some post which I want to do into social media, and that you give the event details, and the generative AI will help you to generate the text and the picture and the image and the creatives as per your requirement. So that is called personalized marketing content. So it even helps in automating the customer responses. So we some many a times we automate the customer responses. The bots, the chat bots are there, right? The creative designs and content generations. The wonderful thing is that you can create the videos, right, with the help of generative AI. So the video you can generate by yourself without having any designer or developer or any creative person. Just to give you an example, that there are many tools in AI which is already there in the system, where if you go and you put your URL of your company and ask the tool to generate the video of your company, the tool will generate that particular video in just 5 minutes, and that is a video you can use for your marketing activities and other things. So there are various such tools which are available in the market, in online. So you can use those tools. Many of the tools are having free of cost uh, features where you can log in and you can use that. Many of the tools are being monetized as well, but most of the tool will give you an evaluation version where you can go and see that how many tools are there which can help you to learn new things in technology. So what we will do, we will share you few of the tools as well very soon. Now, key generative AI models. So uh, you must have heard about one of the model, that is LLM, large language model. But there are key generative AI models are LLM, diffusion model, then GAN and Y. So large language model, diffusion model, generative adversarial model, which is adversarial not network, we say it. Variational autoencoders are there. So these are few of the models which is being used in generative AI, out of which LLM is the most prominent one. So let's understand first of all, what is LLM? So you must have heard about large language model, which are actually at the forefront of the artificial intelligence, and it fundamentally changing how we interact with the technology, right? So these are the sophisticated AI models which trains the vast data sets, and it helps you to interact with the system, with the machine in human language. So there are different architecture of and the training of LLMs are there. So LLMs are primarily built upon the groundbreaking transformer neural network architecture, which is basically characterized by its self-attention mechanism. This allows the models to weigh the importance of different words in a sequence, processing them non-sequentially for highly efficient parallel training. And the training process involves self-supervised learning on internet scale datasets, meaning the model learns from the data itself without explicit human labeling. Now, this LLM, that large language model, works in such a way that if I can give you an example, like chatbots are one, but human centric bots are getting developed these days. Now, what is human centric bots? Let me tell you. Human centric bot is the model in which we take the suppose there is the CEO of the organization wants to convey and let the customer know about their products and everything. Now the customer wants to talk to the CEO, and CEO cannot be available everywhere to talk to each and every one. So if I would like to have a human centric bot with the help of large language model, where I take the snipping of the person for 10-20 seconds, and then we develop the human centric bot. So it is a positive side of deepfake, you can say. So we make the 10-second or 20 take the 10-second or 20-second videos from that particular person, that how he talks, how he blink his eyes, how he turn his lips, how he move his hands, how he moves his head. So we take that particular thing for 20 seconds and then we make a human centric bot. Now, if you log in into the system, the human centric bot will respond to you like a human. So it is not like you are talking to a machine. It looks like you are talking to a human. And that gives you a human touch in case of human centric bot. So human centric bot helps these days most of the organization to communicate uh, and answer the queries. But let me tell you, it is all being trained based on the database, based on the input which has been given to those LLMs. So the modern LLM contains the billions and even trillions of parameters trained on internet. So it is basically having enabling them to generate the remarkably human-like text across diverse domains. So it will look like that you are chatting to a human rather than chatting to a bot. So these models excel at generating the coherent prose, translation language. So if you are into different language, they can translate, writing codes, then creating summaries and engaging in dialogue. So if human-centric bot is there, he can dialogue with you. He can ask you, hey Ranjit, how are you? How are you doing today? Something like that. So popular examples includes like OpenAI, ChatGPT, Anthropic Cloud, Google Gemini, and others. Their primary application includes the conversational AI. The purpose of this LLM is to generate the conversational AI, the content creation tools, and the programming assistants that boost the productivity across the industry. These days, many of the software development companies are using the AI tools to have their increased productivity on coding, right? So AI helps in generating the coding as well. So when it comes to the LLM, that is the first model. So it is having the capabilities and applications of LLM like text generation, AI powered tools, and creative technology, creative and technical assistance. The LLMs are having multi-model integration. So it is a newer model, seamless process to generate the text, image, and other types of data. So these LLMs have those capabilities, but it has certain challenges and limitations. So as I have said earlier as well, that the biasness and the inaccuracies can be there based on the data input which is being there to the LLMs, right? So these LLMs actually inherit and perpetuate the biasness and inaccuracy present in their training data. So whatever the data is being trained, the LLM responds accordingly. A very famous terminologies these days are circulating that is called hallucination. So hallucination is something which is giving you the incorrect information, which is factually incorrect. So hallucination means they generate the plausible but factually incorrect information. So what is plausible and factually incorrect? Plausible means it looks like that it is a correct data, but actually it is incorrect information. So whenever you ask anything to the AI tool, they have to give the answer. And based on the training data which they have, they will generate the answer and will generate and give it to you. Whereas that may or may not be right all the time. How much is the accuracy in all those things? We will come on to that. So when it comes to the hallucination, it is a plausible but the factual incorrect information. Security vulnerabilities are there, like LLMs are susceptible to malicious inputs like prompt injection. So we can have some suspicious or malicious inputs can be given to the LLMs, and potential data leakage is not managed carefully. So I will, going forward, I'll let you know from the organizational perspective, how much you should use the AI tool for the organizational data. What are the risks? How would you manage that particular risk? How much you can use AI and all those things? We will discuss that. Then comes the computational cost. So the training and deployment of the large LLMs requires significant uh, computational resources, energy, and raising environmental concerns. So these are the various challenges and limitations of the large language model. Now let's understand the recent advancement and the trends in LLM, which has been developed these days. So LLMs now can handle much larger input with context to windows, increasing to cover almost 1 lakh tokens, enabling and processing the entire books or lengthy documents. So you can give the entire books to the LLM, and LLM can read that book in just few seconds and get trained. So that is the recent development which has been done. Enhanced technology. So significant processing in fine tuning and prompt engineering allows for more precise and tailored model behavior. So the day the AI tool has evolved, and today the accuracy of the AI tool has increased tremendously. Nowadays, if I talk about the percentage of accuracy of GPT-4 or something like that, it is almost 96%, which is very, very high, which was earlier not there because the AI tools were not being trained that much. But now, because of the technological advancement and the training, the AI tools are getting trained day by day and getting to the accuracy level. Then the recent development happened in multi-model integration. So the rise of multi-model LLMs seamlessly combines text with visual and auditory understanding. So you give some text and visual. I said you that you can create the videos, you can create audio files, you can create anything with the help of AI tools. The emerging specific model which is being used by the industry. The prominent models are like IBM Granite for enterprise, Meta Llama. So you might have heard about the Llama for research, and Google Palm for conversational AI. So these are the emerging specific model tools which has been developed recently. When it comes to the diffusion model, so I told you there are four models: LLM, diffusion model, GAN, and Y. So diffusion model for image and videos in generative AI. So diffusion model represents the state of the art in AI image generation, and it creates stunning visual. Let me tell you, very, very stunning visual, which helps you, which you will be surprised to see that kind of visual, right? Even the graphics, and not only the images, the GIF images or the video which AI will generate, getting that kind of video generation done without AI tool will take a lot of effort. But with the help of AI, you can use it in, you can generate it in just few minutes. So it is reversing the gradual noise addition process. These models starts with pure noise, iterative refinement into it with the coherent image based on the text prompt. So whatever prompts you give, it works accordingly. There are many platforms for diffusion model, like Midjourney is there, DALL-E is there, Stable Diffusion have democratized the image creation. So allowing anyone to generate the photorealistic or styled visuals. These technologies now expanding to video generation and with groundbreaking models like OpenAI Sora, right? So these are various tools which are being there in the diffusion model. So diffusion model helps in generating the videos and images and other things. When it comes to the generative adversarial networks, that is GAN. So GAN works on generator network and discriminator network. So it creates the synthetic data samples from random noise, aims to produce the output which is from the real data, right? Whereas discriminator network acts as a classifier that distinguishes the real from fake and provides feedback to improve the generator quality. So discriminator will tell you that what is the difference? How can you fine tune this, right? How can you improve this? So those inputs are being given by the discriminator network. So GAN works in this way. So the strength of GAN is to produce the high fidelity or photorealistic samples. So very hi-fi photograph or videos can be developed and generated. So remarkable results can be generated with the style GAN and big GAN architecture. And the image which will be generated by the help of this GAN will be state-of-the-art images, right? Challenges are definitely any AI tool requires a lot of training. So training instability or difficulty finding equilibrium is a problem. Mode collapse, so limited output diversity. So sometimes if the tool has not been trained completely, and if you are asking for any such image generation to be done, you may find that sometimes the AI tool is unable to generate that image which they have never been trained. Right? When it comes to the challenges, the sensitivity of to the hyperparameter selection is there, and all these tools are based on a lot of compute power. Then comes variational auto encoders, that is why. So the Y is another model of generative AI. So there are four models we talked about. So encoder network that comprises of input data into the probabilistic latent space representation, and it creates the mean and variance parameters for a multivariate Gaussian distribution. The latent space is there and decoder network is there. So why excels in application requiring diverse inputs, stable training, though they typically produce the blurrier result compared to GAN, their well-structured latent space makes them valuable and anomaly detection and controlled generation, right? So it is the another model of GenAI. Now there is a comparison chart of the different model like GAN, Y, diffusion model. So GAN model is having the high quality and of images, which is very sharp, right? So it will give you sharp and high quality images. Output diversity is limited, right? So if you use GAN and you are using different kinds of prompt, it may get limited result. Training stability, it is not very stable in case of GAN, but it generates the fast result. Whereas will provide you the blurry image with high output diversity because the image is blurry, and the training stability is very stable and it is very fast. Diffusion is very high, but when the output and the image quality is very high, the generation will be slow. So it will take time, right? It will take time to generate that particular image. So these are the various thing related with the generative AI. So generative AI creates the original content from the learned pattern. That is the crux of it. So whatever the system has learned, the generative AI will transform it into the new content like text, images, videos, audios, and many more. Now comes to the agentic AI. So this is another new development which is being there. So till now, generative AI was based on the input and the learning. It has given you it has generated the image, videos, text, and other things. Whereas agentic AI are designed to autonomously plan, react, act, or learn to achieve the complex goals. So basically, agentic AI works as an agent, human agent, right? It works as an agent which helps you to, to work into such a way that the agentic AI takes their own decision, prompt to the user directly without giving prompt from my side, and then the agentic AI performs the duty. So with the minimum human supervision, the agentic AI has the capabilities to integrate various AI types, including the LLM and reinforcement learning to produce the result. Now, let me give you an example of agentic AI, which you will understand very easily. So agentic AI is like, suppose somebody is traveling from US to India. And suppose the person has used any AI tool to book the ticket, or any travel agency, or any like Make My Trip or Yatra or any such tool has used the agentic AI. So if the person has booked the ticket from US to India, for example, from New York to New Delhi. Now, the moment person books the ticket, the agentic AI will trigger that. Hey, suppose his name is John. Let's take that as an example. So, hey, John, since you are traveling to New Delhi, these days it is raining. Do you want to keep a raincoat or an umbrella with you so that I can take you to the e-commerce platform where you can find an umbrella? John will say, okay. Then the agentic AI will help John to go to the e-commerce platform and let them buy umbrella. Now, the agentic AI once again trigger to John that, hey, John, I can recommend you few good hotels in New Delhi. Would you like to go for it? If John says yes, then agentic AI will say, okay, you want to book a 3-star hotel or a 5-star hotel or a 4-star hotel. Now he said, I'm looking for a 5-star hotel. Okay. So John, if you are traveling to Delhi, I can give you these 5 different options for your booking. Would you like to go for any of these? So John said, no, no, I just want to get the ratings, the feedback, and the rates comparison of all these 5-star hotel. Then the agentic AI will do that analysis. Then once the hotel is being booked, okay, John, so now you have booked the hotel. Would you like to go for a local travel to Delhi for the tourist places and all? So would you like to book the cab facility from any cab agency? We can guide you onto that. So that agentic AI is actually interacting with John for all of his associated work. And John is getting every solution based on the agentic AI. So now AI is not only responding you based on the input you have given, AI is not only giving you the generation of text, videos, or things, it is actually helping, it is actually taking their own self on decision to prompt you and get you to the work. So that is what agentic AI does. So they represent the significant leap in AI abilities, integrates various AI types, all AI types. So it is an autonomous system which plans, which acts and learns independently, does not require human intervention. It actually achieves the complex goals, which is designed for multi-step problem solving and decision making, as I was giving you an example. So now John has booked the taxi and everything. Now the agentic AI may ask, John, would you like to visit to a few of the places so that I can book the ticket for those tourist places? John says, okay. So say John, you are landing on Monday. Most of the tourist places are closed on Monday. So I will recommend you to go to Akshardham temple on Monday. So that is how the agentic AI is helping John to take the decision of his entire journey. So John has only booked a air ticket, and now agentic AI is actually asking John to do the planning of his entire journey. So that is how it is actually helping. So AI agents manage customer accounts, automated workflows, and everything, as I was giving an example, right? So how agentic AI works actually? So agentic AI works on 4 principles: perceive, act, reason, and learn. So agentic AI operates through a sophisticated 4 process steps, like perceive. So it gathers the data, then it reasons, like it orchestrates the LLMs, then it acts accordingly, and then it learns by himself. So it is like we are not giving the prompt to the AI tool for learning, rather it is learning by itself. This system integrates seamlessly with existing enterprise system, such as any CRM or ERP system, leverage the RAG, that is retrieval augmented generation, to access the proprietary data for informed decision making, right? So the key application of these agentic AI is hyper personalized customer service, automated software development, optimized supply chain management. So these are the key applications of the agentic AI, right? Now let's understand the key differences between the agentic AI and the generative AI. So generative AI focuses on the content creation, whereas agentic AI focuses on autonomous decision making. So agentic AI works as an agent. That is why it is called as an agentic AI. So it takes their own decision actually. Whereas the generative AI generates the output from the learned pattern, whereas the agentic AI achieves the goals through the goal-directed actions. So it learns by itself, right? Generative AI often involve the single step interaction, whereas agentic AI involves the iterative planning and execution. I have given you an example of John traveling from US to India, right? Enhances the creativity and content volume. So generative AI gradually enhances the creativity and content volume and everything, whereas agentic AI leverages the generative AI itself for its capabilities, plus reasoning and learning loops. So it takes the input from the generative AI, it leverages the capabilities of the generative AI, and then agentic AI puts their own reasoning and the learning loops based on which it works like an agent. Right? Now let's understand the business impact and the future trends. Both the generative AI and agentic AI are set to revolutionize various business functions, driving unprecedented growth and efficiency. So we have seen that the business impact of these future trends has increased the productivity and creativity of the resources. So creativity boost has increased by 40% based on the Gen AI, with the help of Gen AI. So Gen AI enhances the marketing and design outputs and other things. When it comes to the operational efficiency, AI in agentic AI enables the smarter automation and problem solving, as I was giving the example of John, right? Then smarter automation, complex task execution, and reduced human intervention. So whenever we have the agentic AI and generative AI in place, we can execute most complex tasks as well without any human intervention or with very reduced human intervention. The future point towards the AI collaboration is very tight with increasingly autonomous AI agent becoming the integral part of enterprise operations. So now, if you have an agentic AI, you can imagine that if I'm having an agentic AI, how much I can do for John. I can do many things. So for all these things like buying his umbrella or a raincoat or booking a hotel or booking a cab or taking the tickets of the visiting places, I may need lot of resources. Now agentic AI is actually doing that very systematically, and it is becoming the integral part of the enterprise operations, right? So let's understand the conclusion of embracing the agentic AI and generative AI. So you have the strategic understanding, like understanding the distinct roles, which helps the business strategically harness AI. So it helps into taking the strategical decisions as well. Agentic AI represents the next evolution towards autonomous, adaptive, and AI system. So, and generative AI continues to revolutionize content creations and user interaction. Embracing both will unlock profound innovation and competitive advantage. So now the question is, should we consider AI? You have seen that agentic AI and generative AI. Should we consider AI as an ally or as a threat to us? That is a very big question. So I will come on to that particular question at the last of the session. So I'm left with few of the things. So we will definitely learn that as well. So the application and the real world examples of the artificial intelligence, machine learning, generative AI are around us, and we have seen this, right? So there are many of the use cases which I have listed down here to understand that how these AI tools are actually taking in place for these use cases, like customer support chatbots. So the customer support chatbots are now available 24/7, right? Which where you needed some human intervention earlier to have 24/7 support. So it is helping most of your queries, customer support queries, with the help of the chatbots. So it And these chatbots are getting trained. If it is having that capabilities, it is getting trained day by day based on the input and the continuous improvement. It seamlessly escalate the complex issues to the human agent. So these chatbots or these AI agents solves the problem up to a certain limit. Beyond that, definitely human is required. No AI can replace human because it is artificial intelligence, not the human intelligence. But it reduces the human efforts. And whenever we have any complex issues, the chatbots are redirecting the customer to the human agents. It reduces the support cost by 30% and improves the CSAT score. So CSAT score means I went to the chat box, at least somebody is responding to me within seconds. At that too at 12 o'clock at night or 4 o'clock in the morning. So 24 by 7, these chatbots are available, right? At any point of time, I want to listen to the music or song. I ask Alexa to play that song. Alexa is awake every time. Numerous customer service implementation across banking, retail, healthcare, everything has been done. Now, if you do not find your credit card, usually if you call the bank guy, they'll not pick up the call at 12 o'clock at night. Whereas a chatbot can help you to block your card online itself while you are chatting to the chatbot. So chatbot is being trained enough that yes, somebody has said that my credit card has been blocked, has been stolen, and I need to get it blocked immediately. The chatbot will help you to do that. So the CSAT score, that is customer satisfaction scores, goes very high with the help of these chatbots. When it comes to the other use case like recommendation engines, the best example of these recommendation engines are two. One is Spotify and one is Netflix. These are Spotify and Netflix are using this recommendation engine like anything. Now, Amazon generates 35% of the revenues from the recommendation, whereas Netflix saves 1 billion annually through engagement driven retention. So huge difference financially and from the customer satisfaction perspective. They have actually leveraged this recommendation engine in a very big way. Spotify discovers weekly creates personalized playlists from 100 plus billion data points and driving 30% of the total listening time. So these are the changes which is being due to the recommendation engine. So that is another use case of the AI tool. Dynamic pricing optimization. Now, what is dynamic pricing optimization? You might have seen that if you want to travel from one place to another, like suppose somebody would like to travel from Mumbai to Bangalore, and suppose there are 200 people who wants to travel from Mumbai to Bangalore, and if those 200 people are actually looking for the air tickets, the air ticket price, you will say that it goes up suddenly. Why? Because they follow the dynamic pricing optimization. They capture the data from the internet that how many people are trying to book the ticket onto this flight. So when the demand is very high, you can increase the price. So the airlines adjust their ticket price up to 1 lakh times daily based on demand and competitor pricing and seat inventory. So how much is the demand and what is the seat inventory? You can find it out based on the dynamic pricing optimization. E-commerce optimization. Retailers like Amazon updates millions of prices hourly to maintain the competitive positioning and optimize margins. So Amazon is using this dynamic pricing optimization. Delivery service efficiency. So delivery service efficiency, Uber Eats improves the delivery ETA by 26% using ML for both pricing and operational efficiency. So they are actually using this AI tool, which is powered with machine learning and that helps into dynamic pricing, right, based on the market conditions and the demand and supply and revenue to be generated accordingly. Few other use cases we'll soon see, like customer churn predictions and segmentation. So we can do a predictive analysis based on the segmentation of the customer, that how many, what is the churning of the customer, what are the risk of customer moving out from my business and go to the competitor business, what is the risk, right? How can we mitigate that particular risk? What actions to be taken? All those things can be done with the help of these use case. Fraud detection and risk management. These days, this is one of the most important and mm, prominent use case for many of the industry, including BFSI, that is banking, financials, securities, insurance, and all. So the deep learning model helps into fraud detection, right? It reduces the false positive by 60% compared to the rule-based system and detects 95% of the fraudulent transaction within seconds. So these fraud detection and risk management are with the help of the AI tool based on deep learning model, right? Predictive maintenance and manufacturing. This is very much required for all those manufacturing industries, which is having so much of machineries, and even a single machine shuts down will impact a uh, lot of production facility. So predictive maintenance and manufacturing collects the data based on the devices, which is called IoT devices, Internet of Things. So we keep the sensors into the devices, and then based on those devices, we actually monitor the health of the machines, and we inform to the administrator that you need to do the maintenance of this particular device because this device is giving you trouble. This is heating now, and so on. So, or any of the device is going to be failed very soon, that failure protection helps a lot to prevent from any kind of losses to the business. So predictive maintenance and manufacturing is another use case which is being used by most of the manufacturing companies. Marketing personalization and campaign optimization. These days, digital media marketing, digital marketing, social media marketing, all those things are very prominent for any business. And AI is helping a lot on behavior segmentation, on content optimization, and time efficiency. The segmentation is very much important, that I want to advertise only to the college graduates, and that to the college graduates who are BTech students. So I have segmentized my target segment, and I want to advertise into these target segment only. So AI will help me to do that target segmentation completely for my digital media marketing and all. So these are the another use cases. Supply chain and logistics optimization. This is the industry in last few years, rather last 1 decade, you can say, is evolving like anything. A huge transformation happens in the supply chain industry, and a lot of innovations are happening in the supply chain industry these days. And it really, AI is really helping them for their inventory management, right? For their route optimization, right? And digital twins. Now, route optimization, let me tell you, the many of the companies like Maruti Udyog Limited, when they implemented something related with the route optimization, they have saved a lot of cost when they were transiting their cars from one location to another location. That which route to be followed for the delivery of the cars and picking up of the cars and other things. So route optimization has saved a lot of cost to the companies, right? So it increased the delivery time by 25% and it reduces the fuel consumption by 15% in general because of the route optimization. Other use cases are like human resource and talent acquisition. So these days, scanning, suppose today you want to post for a job into the portal, job portal, you may get a lot of CVs from a lot of applicants. Now, suppose I have given a job posting of full stack developer. Now, suppose I require 5 full stack developer for my organization and I have posted that. Now, full stack developer, the number of applicants has become say 10,000. Scanning those 10,000 records one by one is very, very difficult, right? And your efficiency of acquiring the right resource will reduce like anything. So if you are using any AI tool, which can help you to do the screening of the candidates, their screening of the CVs, and helping the organization to identify the right CVs, that helps a lot to reduce their time to scan the CVs. Plus, it helps into various things. Nowadays, even in interview assessments, right, based on NLPs and other things, and the retention analysis, we have an increased efficiency of our human resource department as well. There is another use case, that is the last use case we will discuss, is related with the healthcare industry. So when it comes to the healthcare industry and diagnostic, very, very high usage of AI is happening in healthcare industry these days. Right. So what are the future trends? Future trends is emerging trends are like generative AI, large language model, AI augmentation, edge AI, AI democratization. These are there. Biasness and fairness are there. Transparencies and data privacy is there. Right. When it comes to the future readiness, now the question is, AI is rapidly transforming you. Would you like to go ahead with AI or not? Proactive AI adoption is crucial for staying competitive. So adopting AI is like the same way when it happened in 80s or 70s in our country when we were adopting the computerization. So anybody who has not adopted the computerization, has not adopted the technology, could not progress. Similarly, do not consider AI as your threat. It is consider that as an ally. And if you are not using AI in coming future, you will never be competitive. That is for sure. So my only recommendation is we have to go for AI adoption as soon as possible. So this presentation has actually covers the AI readiness strategy, ethics, and achievement success. Now understanding the AI in future readiness, AI, machine learning, NLP, and automation and agentic AI are the driving change. So you have to adopt these. Global adoption, 62% of the global enterprise will adopt AI by 2025 itself, according to Gartner. And it means we have to embrace the agility and fostering innovation, ensuring the ethical use of AI. What is ethical use? We will discuss that just in a couple of minutes. Current AI trends shaping the future, that is generative AI, AI automation, and agentic AI. Right? Benefits of being AI ready. So you will have improved outcomes. You will have improved productivity. You will have an advantage, competitive advantage. If you are using AI, you will have the competitive advantage with your competitor. Plus, you will have a very satisfied customer because you may give a personalized attention to the customer and customer experience. Right? Preparing your organization for AI. So it builds AI governance, develop AI strategy, AI, invest in AI literacy, utilize frameworks, right? AI integration strategies. So it begins with the pilot projects in high impact area to demonstrate value and gain momentum. What should you do for an AI strategy in your organization? You should start with some pilot project. Then you ensure that there is a seamless integration of the AI solution with your existing IT infra, with your existing application and everything, right? You should leverage the AI tool for automation, deep analytics, and creative tasks to optimize workflow. Start with a smaller portion of them, and then you can go for a bigger collaboration. Then collaborate with leading AI vendors and experts for tailor-made solutions or customized solutions and support based on the AI. So that should be the strategy, right? Ethics and governance consideration. So ethics and governance consideration that is very much required. Why? Because the ethical consideration is that whether the AI system is inheriting the biases present in training data, leading to unfair outcomes, especially in hiring, lending, policies, healthcare, anything. Then transparency, that is many AI models are black boxes. They do not have the transparency. So ethical AI must include the explainability so that the stakeholder can understand the decisions made by the system. Accountability is very important. It must be clear that who is responsible when AI makes anything wrong or harmful decisions. So whether it is developers, user, or the organization, who takes the accountability of the flaw from the AI system. Privacy. So AI systems requires large data sets, which can risk your privacy if not properly being consented and utilized. Autonomy and human dignity. So over the reliance on AI may reduce human control. So over usage of AI may reduce your human controls and other things, which will affect your life, health, and freedom. Safety and security. AI system must be robust against misuse and adversarial attacks and unintended consequences. So we should have those ethical considerations. When it comes to the governance, we need to have the regulations and compilations, standards and best practices, cross-border coordination, AI audits, impact assessment, and governance structure, public engagement, and other things. What is the risk of AI? That is the last slide we are going ahead. So risk of AI is data privacy. So sensitive internal data may be exposed during AI model training and third-party integration. So whenever you are doing it, please be careful so that the trade secrets or the employee records or any SPI or SPI should not be unintentionally shared with any external AI tool. So you have to be careful. Data security threats like AI system can become a target for cyber attacks and leading to data breaches. AI system accessing the corporate networks may be exploited through adversarial inputs. So that is to be taken care of. Compliance and legal risk. Using personal or proprietary data without proper consent can violate the law. Like if you are working for Europe, the GDPR, HIPAA, or even in India, we have DPDP now, that is Digital Personal Data Protection Law, which is there. So you have to be legally compliant in order to use these data, because any inappropriate data in customer profiling leading to the legal penalties. Then comes the biases and discrimination. Based on AI model, it can produce unfair discrimination outcomes, loss of human oversight. So if you are completely dependent on AI, can lead to poor decision making of human judgment actually. So you are not taking part in any of the decision. It is bad. Model inaccuracy and misrepresentation. So if AI predictions can be inaccurate, you have to be into the place. Otherwise, wrong business forecast leading to the financial losses. IPR, that is very much important, that any kind of intellectual property that should not be used for the AI training and other things. Because a chatbot repeating confidential strategic documents will create problem. Lack of transparency, sometimes the black box problem is there. We have discussed about that. Many a times we are relying on the external AI vendors, which may create risk in terms of data sharing, reliability, and control. So the SaaS AI platform going offline and misusing organizational data are very prominent these days. And ethical reputation risk, misuse of unethical AI behavior can damage the organizational public image. So Despite that, we have to be compliant and we should use it in a good way. Now, I would like to copy and share you the link of the quiz. And if anybody is participating in the quiz, it will take hardly 5 minutes of yours. And if you are participating in the quiz, the top 10 scorer will get surprise gift from us. So our team will connect with them once it is being there. So let me copy this and paste into the chat box of the. So I'm putting it into the chat box. So I had put it into the chat box. You can go to the link, you can answer the queries, and you will have to complete this test in 5 minutes. And the top scorers will get some surprise gift. So thank you for joining, all of you who would like to continue with the test, with the quiz. Please go ahead. Anybody who would like to drop, thank you very much for joining us.